The financial benefits of a flexible cost structure when outsourcing. Hi, my name is Amit Gaglani, and I'm a healthcare entrepreneur, and I've sold my company twice. And I have the pleasure and honor of helping private practices build the practice of their dreams. Understanding the value of a flexible cost structure. A flexible cost structure enables healthcare practice owners to allocate resources where they need it most, rather than being locked into fixed expenses. By leveraging outsourcing, you can choose specialized services on demand, allowing you to adjust costs according to your practice growth and current requirements. Let's break this down a little bit more. Reducing staffing costs without compromising your quality. Some of us have in-house billing and some of us outsource our billing. So how do we determine which one is right for you? Well, one of them is volume-based. You have to have enough volume to be able to constitute having in-house billing. Then you have to look at your costs of doing in-house billing and weigh that against the cost and the benefit of it. Outsourced billing, there's great companies out there that do billing. I, at one time, had outsourced billing. I brought it in-house, and then as the dynamics started to change and the rates of outsourced billing started to drop, I started to investigate their statistics and finding out their time to collection, how many things are above 90 days out. You start looking and you start researching and you realize that maybe it's worth actually bringing in-house billing in. And that's how we did it. So you have to weigh the positives and the negatives. For most small practices, it always makes sense to do outsourced billing. Once you get to a certain size, which we would have a deeper conversation and run the metrics, and we can allocate resources appropriately to inside billing as opposed to outside billing. Scalability, growing your practice without overextending your resources. The ability to scale without overextending is one of the primary reasons to consider outsourcing. A practice that experiences fluctuations in patient volumes needs the option to adjust its operations accordingly. Outsourcing provides this scalability, allowing your practice to handle growth without hiring additional staff. Now, examples of this are marketing support. You may not need your own internal marketing team when there's great resources out there, especially in this digital age where people are placing Google ads and other sources and other ways of increasing your SEO. You might not need that in-house. Administrative support. When you have seasonal fluctuations in patient visits, outsourcing administrative tasks like scheduling and patient follow-up prevent overload on your in-house team. There's outsourcing for front desk people, believe it or not. These are all things that we would take a look at depending on the size of your practice and if it makes sense for your practice. But when you are scaling, you have to look at not overextending your current team as well. Something worth noting when you're considering outsourcing as opposed to keeping it inside, in the house, as we say, is access to expertise. Now, as you know, there's companies out there that their expertise is certain things. Their expertise is marketing. Their expertise is HR. Their expertise is billing. Their expertise is, whatever it could be. So take that into consideration, because if you're bringing somebody in-house that's an expert in an area, you know that you're going to be spending. Now, if they're W-2 employees, you're not only spending on payroll taxes, which you have to match, as well as certain other taxes, as well as Medicare. So the dollar amount that you're spending per hour is not the actual dollar amount that you're spending. So the pay is not equivalent to what you are actually giving, because there's certain matching payroll taxes that you have to consider. So take a look at the overall package on how much you're spending in comparison to what you're getting. Whereas if you outsource it, you're hiring a whole team for that dollar amount. God forbid somebody calls out sick, the whole team is taking care of it, as opposed to your in-house. Now, there is an argument that if it's in-house, that you have more control over it, and that's a great thing. Now, once again, all these things depend on the size of your business and what your goals are. But even some of the largest businesses, they outsource some of their unnecessary things that they don't need to keep in-house. Enhanced focus on patient care. We are doing outsourcing for two reasons. Financially, it's lucrative to outsource it and you're working with expert teams. And the second thing is it allows you and your practice focus on the primary objectives, which is treating your patients without getting distracted by the other things. So at the end of the day, take a look at the money, but always understand your business is dependent on your ability to treat patients correctly. So don't let anything interfere with that. Predictable cash flow and financial stability. With a flexible cost structure, you can manage cash flow more effectively. Outsourcing lets you convert large, unpredictable expenses into manageable, predictable ones. The financial benefits of predictable cash flow: reduced financial strain, increased profitability, and at the end of the day, peace of mind, knowing that you're outsourcing your billing or your HR or your marketing or your IT is a great sense of relief. At the end of the day, we all need to sleep at night. So, we want thriving practices, but we also need to be able to sleep at night. So that is a huge benefit of outsourcing. Now, when choosing to outsource, how do you know what services you need to outsource? We're going to dig in a little bit on this as well. Tips for selecting outsourced services: identify core needs. Focus on areas that are taking away from patient care or are highly specialized, such as billing, HR, and IT. Vet the providers carefully. Choose partners with healthcare experience and a track record of success. Now, for instance, AG Management has been in business and helping practices and built their own practices before they went into private equity and started helping them there. We've been doing this for over 20 years and we have a track record of many different customers that we've helped. But feel free to have a discussion with us so we can show you how we can actually help your company. But when it comes to HR, when it comes to IT, do the same type of vetting. Find out what is their track record. And most importantly, align with your goals. The people that you work with have to align with your goals. Everybody can talk a good game, but how many people have had a successful track record? So vet the people carefully, see if you actually like them and you can see yourself working with them. In closing, the right outsourced companies give you a balance between practice and work-life balance. Nobody wants to work all the time and nobody wants to relax all the time. You have to have that balance. Having that balance makes you feel fulfilled. Getting things done at work and coming home and being able to relax makes you have a fulfilled life. And at the end of the day, at AG Management, our goal is to help you create the practice of your dreams. We've had many successes doing it and we continue to help practices. And give us a call, get to know us so we can tell you how we can help you. And if you've liked this information, please like our YouTube page and like our information and subscribe to it so we can send you more.